Archangel Michael declares, in just a short while, exactly 7 divine minutes from now, a heavenly treasury, a vault overflowing with immeasurable riches and bearing your name, is going to be unsealed. A holy revelation is descending upon you right now. The gateway to your God-given inheritance is slowly swinging open, and if your heart remains receptive, your faith unwavering, and your spirit vigilant, you will lay hold of what has been inscribed for you from the very foundations of the world. Do not continue scrolling past this. This is your destined moment, chosen one. Say, Amen. Now, if you sense a deep stirring within your soul, the vault is nearer than you realize, and the heavenly realm is already in motion. Your season of concealment is finished. Everything kept from you throughout the years is now surging into the light. In the presence of the Almighty, nothing destined for you can ever be taken, postponed, or ruined. There exists a divine account with your very name engraved upon its core. A spiritual storehouse filled with far more than just material wealth. Peace, complete restoration, public vindication, supernatural healing, and an abundance beyond all calculation are being readied to overflow into your existence. If you truly believe, declare 11:11. Let your spoken agreement ascend to heaven. This is no coincidence. You were divinely led here for a specific purpose. You didn't randomly find these words. You were supernaturally guided. Within the kingdom of heaven, there are no random occurrences. Every single tear you have shed has saturated the ground from which your harvest will spring. Every act of betrayal, every season of delay, every barrier that closed was all orchestrated to guide you to this precise moment. The Lord has issued a command into the treasuries of eternity, and I was sent forth to deliver this reality to you. A profound shift is occurring in the spiritual realm, and it has your name inscribed upon it. And beloved, before we proceed, if this message has already touched even a small part of your heart, I implore you now from the very core of my heavenly being, please offer a like for this video, not for any earthly recognition, but as a tangible act of faith, to open your spirit and proclaim before God, I am ready to receive what is rightfully mine. This is the genesis of miracles, initiated by one small faithful action that signals to heaven, I am prepared. Now, listen with great care. This vault is not limited to financial wealth, although divine provision is certainly a part of what is approaching. This vault holds your vindication. It contains the keys to doors that others have desperately tried to lock against you. It safeguards the very documents that heaven authored concerning your destiny while you were still being formed in your mother's womb. Within it reside the breakthroughs your prayers have earnestly sought, the unseen battles, the conflicts God waged on your behalf that you never even knew about. This vault holds all the proof of your true identity once the deceptive lies of this world are completely removed. You are royalty, you are divinely protected, you are destined for greatness. Declare 222. If you trust the feeling within you at this very moment, know that the vault is holy. It operates outside the constraints of human laws or time. You don't need an earthly attorney to unlock it. What you need is faith. You don't require a bank's permission. You require divine alignment. And I, Michael, have been dispatched directly from the throne room of heaven to wage war in the spirit and to stand beside you as it swings open. No demonic force can hinder this. No curse can seal it shut again. The blood of Christ has already fully paid the price for your access. Can you feel that inner movement? That unexpected welling up of tears? That subtle trembling deep inside? That is the Holy Spirit Himself affirming the absolute reality of this moment. This is more than just a message. It is a divine visitation. The enemy has attempted to distract you countless times from encountering this truth, yet here you are. And because you have remained, a fundamental shift is about to occur. God is not a man that He should prove false. What He has promised, He will most certainly bring to pass. This vault, O child of the living God, contains not only what you require, but what your children and their children will draw from for generations. It is a legacy, it is sacred, it is utterly unstoppable. You are on the verge of witnessing favor that defies all human logic. People will be astonished at how rapidly you rise, how debts are miraculously cleared, how healing manifests so suddenly, how a deep peace saturates your home. It will be because of the vault. It will be your moment of divine revelation, receiving what heaven long ago declared concerning you. You may have been overlooked by the world, but heaven never once lost sight of you. You may have been wrongly judged, yet the angels have always known your true heart. You may have felt abandoned, yet God inscribed your name in radiant light ages ago. You may have been shattered, but every single fracture was observed. Every broken piece was held tenderly in the hands of your Creator. And now, in this sacred hour, everything begins to fall into place. Declare 3:33 to affirm your faith. Let the very gates of heaven witness your agreement. There are heavenly scrolls inscribed with your name. They detail your divine purpose, your unique anointing, and your spiritual inheritance. They have remained sealed, protected from every adversarial touch, and now they are being brought forward into manifestation. You will not be refused. You will not be lost. You will not be forgotten. You are a cherished child of the King, and everything that rightfully belongs to you is being released, not by human hands, but by the hand of God. This vault is not an ordinary one. It is not solely about finances. It concerns your divine mission. The vast riches heaven speaks of include holy assignments, extraordinary favor in influential places, kingdom resources, and an influence powerful enough to break chains. You will be entrusted with this because you have been thoroughly tested. You successfully passed trials designed to utterly destroy you. You remained standing firm when others simply walked away. You chose to praise through your tears and to forgive in the face of betrayal. And now, the vault is opening specifically for the one who remained faithful through it all. Heaven's timing is never off, never late. You may have believed things were falling behind schedule, but nothing originating from God ever experiences true delay. The delay was, in fact, essential preparation. The season of silence was a strategic move. The loss was actually a planting, and the deep grief was the birthing of something far greater. And now, within these sacred 7 minutes, the realm of heaven is releasing everything that was held back, hidden, and protected until you were fully prepared to carry it. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have not arrived here by accident. You are not lacking in strength. You are not merely ordinary. You are chosen, enveloped in radiant light, marked by divine mercy, and shielded by armies of angels. The vault is not solely for your benefit, it is for all the lives you will inevitably touch with what emerges from it. When those doors swing wide open, the resulting ripple effect will be felt throughout generations. This is your long-awaited moment. This is your divine confirmation. This is your miracle beginning to rise. Beloved, I need you to fully grasp the true nature of this vault. It is not constructed from metal or stone. It is forged from promises, sacred promises spoken by the Creator Himself, promises that were never forgotten amidst the delays, promises that were never abandoned when others departed. These are unbreakable divine oaths. Every tear you ever shed nourished their growth. Every time you held on tightly when you felt like giving up, those very moments engraved your name more deeply into the inheritance being prepared for you. You are no longer fighting to obtain the blessing. The conflict is finished. You are now standing at the very gateway of manifestation. The key was never located within the world's flawed system. The key has always been your perseverance, your genuine heart, your complete surrender, your unwavering trust in God. That key has now been turned, and the lock is shattering under the immense pressure of heaven's glory. There are angels moving all around you at this very instant, setting events in motion, aligning specific people and places, so your miracle can take tangible form. The Lord has seen you. He has heard every one of your cries. You are not invisible. You are not unloved. You are not abandoned. He remembers that night you whispered, "God, I simply cannot take any more." He remembers the pain you never revealed to another soul. He remembers those moments you felt completely invisible, even in a room crowded with people. And because of everything you have endured, and endured with grace, this vault is undeniably yours. The favor is yours. The complete breakthrough is yours. You have suffered in silence, but your reward will now speak on your behalf with unmistakable volume. Declare 12:12. If you truly believe something holy is drawing near to you at this moment, let me tell you this. There were forces that actively conspired to prevent this moment from ever reaching you. Envy tried to steal it away. Dark spiritual manipulation tried to reverse it. Delay tried to hold it captive. Fear tried to sow confusion around it. Yet not one of those weapons succeeded in its aim. Why is that? Because the blood of the Lamb has covered your name completely. The covenant established by Christ has defended your inheritance. Heaven has placed a definitive "do not touch" order on your destiny, and now nothing can stop it. This is precisely why I, Michael, stand here beside you. Not merely as a messenger, but as your personal protector. I have waged war on your behalf during times you didn't even know danger lurked nearby. I have fought against spirits sent specifically to dishearten you, to deceive you, and to drain your strength. But heaven's command to us was unmistakable. Do not allow them to fall, and we did not. You are still standing firm. You are still drawing breath. And now, you are beginning your ascent. There is a glory approaching that will restore everything you have lost. It will redeem your time. Yes, even time itself. The years you consider wasted will be entirely redefined as seasons of essential preparation. God is poised to accomplish more in the next few months of your existence than He has in the entire past decade. Why? Because when you remained in the refining fire, you did not curse His holy name. When you lost what you held most dear, you still lifted your hands in worship. That specific kind of unwavering faith cannot possibly go unrewarded. Declare 777, if you can sense your spirit leaping with joy at this very moment. Do not allow the magnitude of this coming season to frighten you. God is entrusting you with this vault because He witnessed how you handled seasons of emptiness. He observed how you walked through periods of lack with grace and dignity. He saw you consciously choose purity, even when temptation offered a much easier path. He saw you extend love to others, even when you yourself felt utterly unloved. And now, the heavens themselves have proclaimed, the time has finally come. And when heaven speaks, all of creation must listen and obey. You are now stepping into a season where everything will begin to make profound sense. A season where your pain will finally reveal its hidden purpose, where your losses will point directly to your legacy, where the long silences will give way to powerful songs of deliverance. The vault is not solely about receiving, it is fundamentally about becoming. Becoming the person God always called you to be before the world inflicted its wounds upon you, before fear clothed you in false, limiting beliefs, before betrayal attempted to redefine the very nature of your heart. The authentic you, the one sealed by heaven, designed by God, and purpose-birthed, is now about to emerge. There will be people who simply will not comprehend how you manage to rise. Let them wonder in amazement. There will be those who claim it's unfair. Let them talk. They were not present during those nights you stayed awake, crying out. They were not there when you gave away your very last resource and prayed for renewed strength. They were not there when you fell to your knees and declared, "God, I place my trust in you, even now." But heaven was present, and I was there, standing guard, and God has not forgotten a single detail of any of it. Therefore, move forward now, not with fear, not with any hesitation, but with a holy, unshakable confidence. The vault is not a fantasy. It is not merely symbolic. It is a spiritual reality now breaking through into your natural, everyday life. You are about to witness tangible shifts. Watch for that significant phone call. Watch for that confirming email to arrive. Watch for that door of opportunity to swing open. Watch for that long-awaited yes. Watch for that heavy burden to lift. Watch for that miracle to unfold. Not by your own power or effort, but by His Spirit. Do not delay your response. Stay alert and watchful. Stay humble in heart. Stay prepared in spirit. God is not finished with you yet. In fact, He is just beginning. You will become a living testimony that God still raises up the humble, that God still notices those the world has forgotten, that God still provides answers to desperate, heartfelt prayers, that God still honors the brokenhearted who never abandon their faith in Him. Hear me clearly. This vault represents the answer to cries for help you thought had been long forgotten. It carries not only the complete fulfillment of promises, but also full compensation for every injustice you have suffered. The Lord witnessed everything that was stolen from you. He saw the love that was betrayed, the opportunities that were maliciously blocked, the hands that should have offered help, but instead turned away. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. And He is now in the process of restoring it all, not merely in equal measure, but sevenfold. Because when heaven undertakes a restoration, it always results in multiplication. When God repays a debt, He doesn't simply return what you had before. He gives you what the enemy never wanted you to even touch. Beloved, the abundant riches connected to your name are not limited to currency alone. They represent divine assignments. This blessing is ultimately about the countless lives you will touch, the souls you will help rescue, the radiant light you will carry into the darkest of places. God is trusting you with significantly more because He witnessed how you honored Him with so little. You gave generously even when you yourself did not have enough. You spoke words of hope when your own heart was breaking. You offered comfort to others while silently crying out for your own personal miracle. That specific kind of generous heart draws heaven's favor like an irresistible magnet. This is your rightful inheritance, not because of who you know, not because of your earthly status, but solely because of whose you are. You are a cherished child of the Almighty God. You bear the unmistakable mark of divine royalty. Your every step is divinely ordered. Your spirit has been rigorously tested in the fire and has been found faithful. The enemy tried to label you as defeated and finished, but heaven itself has declared you victorious. And now, the gates of abundance are swinging wide open, not because you forced them, but because this was always the plan, written for you from the beginning. Declare 10:10. If you are receiving this profound truth deep within your soul, understand that everything surrounding you may still appear unchanged, but in the spiritual realm, a fundamental shift has already taken place. The very atmosphere around your life has been permanently altered. What once felt heavy is now being lifted away. What was once confusing is becoming brilliantly illuminated. What was held back is now being freely released. You may not fully feel it yet, but you most certainly will. The initial ripple has already begun, and soon your physical eyes will witness what your spirit already knows to be true. I urge you now, walk forward with boldness. Speak life over your circumstances. Declare joy over your heart. Even if you cannot yet see the complete picture, offer praise as if it is already accomplished. Worship as if it is already yours, because the vault is not opening for merely a fleeting moment. It is opening permanently. God is establishing something eternal in partnership with you, something that cannot be shaken, something of immense power and purpose. This is not merely a temporary breakthrough. This is the establishment of your legacy. This is your divine purpose coming into full focus. This is your destiny unfolding in real time before your eyes. The vault contains profound wisdom. It holds divine blueprints for your future. New inspired ideas will begin to flood your mind. You will receive clear instructions during your dreams. You will find yourself divinely connected to people who hold the keys to your next level of breakthrough. This is not happening by accident. This is the direct orchestration of heaven. God is strategically placing resources in your hands, not for your own enjoyment alone, but for you to build with them. You are about to fund significant visions, support vital ministries, create shelter for the vulnerable, and provide refuge for the weary. You are now a vessel, a carrier of divine wealth and purpose. Do not be afraid of the sheer magnitude of what is approaching. You are not unworthy of it. You are not unprepared for it. Everything you have walked through in the past was essential training for this very moment. The losses you endured gave you deep compassion. The rejections you faced taught you to trust only in God. The seasons of loneliness drew you closer than ever to the Father's voice, and now you are finally ready. You are ready to carry what others have dropped along the way. You are ready to hold securely what others have misused. You are ready to move forward with both power and grace. Declare 15:15. If you know with certainty that this message is meant specifically for you and no one else. You may feel tired, but understand that this is your final stretch before the finish line. You may feel unnoticed by the world, but heaven has placed its spotlight directly upon you. You may feel small and insignificant, but God's favor resting on your life renders you completely unstoppable. I have personally witnessed your name being spoken in the highest courts of heaven. I have observed prayers being answered that you had long forgotten you even prayed. I have watched angels being dispatched with specific assignments designed solely for you. Soon, you will witness unusual blessings beginning to actively chase you down. Uncommon favor will start to surround your very name. People you have never even met will be divinely drawn to assist you. Doors you never thought to knock on will swing wide open before you. Things you were consistently denied in the past will suddenly be offered to you freely and without hesitation. This is precisely what happens when the vault breaks open. When heaven declares yes, no one on earth can say no. When the King opens a door, no person can ever shut it. I tell you with all the full authority of heaven backing my words, you are not late, you are right on time. Every single delay was divinely orchestrated for your good. Every heartbreak was a loving redirection towards your destiny. Every closed door was divine protection from something not meant for you. And now, the long-awaited hour of access has finally come. The hand of the Lord is now unlocking everything that was reserved especially for you. You will not leave this current season empty-handed. You will not conclude this year still living in lack. You are walking directly into supernatural overflow. Maintain your humility. Stay intimately close to God. Keep your heart pure and undivided. Your posture of heart is critically important in this hour. Heaven promotes those who remain bowed low before the throne in reverence. And I promise you this, if you remain in a state of surrender, nothing will be able to stop what God is accomplishing through you. You yourself are the miracle that someone else is desperately praying for. And everything you need to become that very miracle is already contained inside the vault that is now opening before your very own eyes. The angels of the Lord have not only watched over you, they have diligently recorded your acts of faithfulness. They have witnessed your silent sacrifices, the way you gave generously without any recognition, how you loved deeply without expecting anything in return, and how you remained steadfast when everyone else simply abandoned you. You did not realize it at the time, but each one of those faithful acts was a key slowly turning the lock on this divine vault. Now, the sound of these ancient gates opening is echoing throughout the spirit realm, and everything is beginning to move decisively in your favor. Heaven has not overlooked even a single moment of your pain. The Father saw every single night you wept in complete silence. He witnessed you offering worship even while your heart was breaking. He observed you serving Him faithfully while your own personal world was collapsing around you. That specific kind of resilient faith, beloved, does not go unnoticed or unrewarded. It accumulates heavenly interest over time, and now, with absolute divine certainty, I declare to you, your account is full and overflowing. Your long-awaited time has finally arrived. The blessing is now being dispersed and released to you. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. What is now coming to you is not merely wealth. It is a profound peace that no amount of money could ever purchase. It is a divine clarity that silences all confusion permanently. It is a supernatural strength that revives the most weary soul. It is such extraordinary favor that it places you before the right people at the absolutely perfect time. It is a season of elevation that requires no moral compromise, and you will not have to manipulate anyone or desperately chase after it. The blessing is being sent directly by God's own hand. This vault contains absolutely everything you will need for the entire journey that lies ahead. Declare amen if you truly believe that what is already on its way to you right now. God is not releasing this because you have achieved perfection. He is doing it because of His divine purpose for your life. You were born with specific divine assignments woven into the very fabric of your spirit. And although life has attempted to bury those assignments under layers of fear, shame, rejection, and lack, the core calling has remained completely untouched and intact. This vault holds all the essential tools and abundant provision required to bring that sacred calling back to vibrant life. You will create, you will lead, you will bring healing, you will construct, you will rise to new heights, and none of this will happen by accident, but according to a precise divine design. I tell you with all the urgency of heaven itself, do not minimize what is currently happening in the spiritual realm around you. This is not merely a passing moment of emotion. This is a profound divine shift, a complete spiritual rerouting of your path, a brand new chapter being written by the very hand of God, and everything that is now being released has been specifically appointed for this exact hour. The long period of delay is officially over. The oppressive silence is finally breaking. The winds of divine favor are now moving powerfully around your name. Your vault is not empty. It is filled to overflowing with God's promises, all waiting to become manifest reality in your life. You will witness doors opening that were once firmly sealed against you. People will spontaneously offer you help without you ever needing to ask. The phone calls you have been anxiously waiting for will finally come through. Inspired ideas will strike your mind like sudden lightning. Your vision for the future will return with clarity. Your depleted energy will rise up anew. Battles you have been fighting for many long years will suddenly come to an end without any warning whatsoever. This is not some wishful fantasy. This is the well-deserved reward for a heart that has been tested, purified, and proven loyal to God. God is declaring, enough waiting. It is time for you to walk confidently into everything that is rightfully yours. Declare 1:11 to signal that your faith has been fully ignited. You were never meant to merely survive your painful past. You were always meant to rise up powerfully from it. That is precisely why the enemy fought so relentlessly to keep you small, constantly distracted, and deeply discouraged. He knew exactly what was contained inside that vault waiting for you. He knew that if you ever made it to this critical hour, nothing would ever be able to stop you again. He tried his best to kill your confidence, to destroy your God-given identity, and to silence your voice. Yet here you are, still breathing, still earnestly seeking God, still trusting in His promises. And now, heaven is mobilizing on your behalf in ways it never has before. This vault contains your complete redemption. The Lord is about to make your name known, not for your own ego, but for His ultimate glory. He is lifting your name up because you consistently kept lifting up His name in praise. You will walk into influential rooms, not because of your impressive resume, but because of your unique anointing. You will receive incredible offers, not because of your human connections, but because of your divine alignment. What is coming your way will utterly confuse those who once doubted you. It will permanently silence the critical voices that once mocked you, because they will be forced to recognize that it was always God at work. Do not doubt your own readiness for this. You are far more prepared than you currently realize. You are far more qualified than you give yourself credit for. The vault is not opening to crush you under the weight of heavy responsibility. It is opening to confirm your true identity. You are not merely an afterthought in God's plan. You are not a mistake. You are not arriving too late. You are God's own brilliant idea, sent into the world for such a time as this. And this very moment was carved out in eternity specifically for your breakthrough to finally begin. Allow the old, worn-out things to fall away. Release the shame you have been carrying. Let the guilt you feel completely dissolve. Allow the fear that has held you to break apart. The vault is not only filled with material blessings, it is also filled with profound healing. It is filled with radiant light. It is filled with clear direction for your path. You are not stepping into chaos and confusion. You are stepping into divine clarity. This is the true beginning of your becoming everything God intended. This is what the enemy has dreaded most. This is what you were always created for. The Spirit of the Lord declares, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing so overwhelmingly great that you will not have enough room to contain it. That is the true nature of this vault. More than sufficient for every need, pressed down firmly, shaken together until it fills every gap, and running over the top. You are about to begin living your life in a state of perpetual overflow, not just to enjoy it for yourself, but to generously share it with others. You are going to be a source of blessing to countless people with everything God provides for you. You are going to be a radiant light in a world that is filled with deep shadows. You are going to be a living, walking reminder that God is still the faithful rewarder of all those who diligently seek Him. I am standing here right beside you, my sword drawn, my wings stretched wide in protection, guarding everything that is now coming to you. No scheme or plan of the enemy will ever manage to steal it away. No spiritual attack directed at you will ever prosper. No confusion sent to derail you will ever delay it further. You have waited long enough. Your patience is about to be rewarded. You have endured quite long enough. Your perseverance is about to pay off. The long-awaited time is finally here. Child of the Most High God, I have received a direct command to remain close by your side from this moment forward. There is a divine assignment resting upon your life that cannot be delayed even 1 second longer. You must understand this truth with absolute clarity. This vault was not constructed overnight in some haphazard way. It has been filled gradually over decades with divine preparation. Every single act of obedience you have ever performed, every moment of complete surrender, every whispered prayer of, "I trust you, Lord," has added to the vast treasure that is now being released to you. What comes next will not be a slow trickle. It will be a rushing flood. And you will not be overwhelmed and swept away by it. You will be gently carried forward by its momentum. This divine outpouring is intentional and precise in every detail. God is not sending you random, disconnected blessings. He is releasing what has been tailor-made specifically for your unique life journey. The relationships that are about to appear in your life will be divinely assigned connections. The doors that are about to swing open before you were always meant for you alone. The wealth that is about to touch your hands will come with clear instructions and specific purpose attached. You will not waste it. You will not lose it through poor stewardship. You will not misuse its power, because God has refined you through the intense fires of testing, and now He is trusting you with His glory. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence spoken once a day is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The enemy desperately wanted this moment to be silenced forever. He launched intense spiritual warfare that would have shattered most people, but you, yes you, kept pressing through every obstacle. And that persistent endurance shattered the very atmosphere around you. It pulled all of heaven into active motion on your behalf. Now, the spiritual winds are shifting direction. The heavens are roaring with approval. And your vault is opening with undeniable divine force. The angels themselves are rejoicing because the faithful ones are finally being lifted up. Your life story is not over yet. It is just beginning. And it is beginning in a place of overwhelming abundance. Declare 12:12. If you are receiving this message as the divine confirmation your soul has been waiting for, the world will soon witness what heaven has always known to be true about you. You are not ordinary. You carry the very DNA of the kingdom within you. You walk with the fire of divine purpose burning in your veins. You are marked for significant impact. You were never truly overlooked by God. You were simply hidden for your own protection during a specific season. But now, that season of hiding has officially ended. The long-awaited season of revealing has finally begun, and this vault represents your divine unveiling to the world. There are miracles currently on standby, waiting patiently for your very next act of obedience, waiting for your continued surrender, waiting for your willing yes to God's plan. You do not have to strive anxiously to make things happen. You only need to remain in a state of alignment with heaven. Stay humble in your heart, stay grateful for everything, stay close to the Father in intimate communion, because the closer you remain to Him, the more clearly you will hear His next instructions for your life. And make no mistake about it, this vault comes complete with divine direction attached. It is not only about what is being given to you, it is fundamentally about what is to be birthed through you for the benefit of others. You will walk into places and opportunities that were denied to others. You will receive such extraordinary favor that it leaves others completely speechless. You will witness financial shifts in your life that utterly defy all human logic. All of this will happen simply because you chose to trust God, even when there appeared to be no logical reason to do so. That specific kind of resilient faith is extremely rare in this world, and heaven consistently rewards what the world ignores and overlooks. You are about to be seen, heard, remembered, honored, and crowned, not for the sake of mere show, but for the purpose of significant service, because everything God gives to you, He also intends to use powerfully through you. Declare 333 to claim the promise that is already forming in the unseen realm right now. I tell you now, with absolute divine certainty, you are not merely imagining this moment. That powerful stirring you feel in your chest is not just passing emotion. It is divine confirmation. It is the Holy Spirit Himself breathing life and power onto this very hour. The vault did not open according to someone else's timeline. It opened on God's own perfect, unerring calendar. And you were specifically born for this moment in time. You were strategically positioned for this. You were lovingly refined through trials for this very purpose. No longer will you be forced to live in the shadow of what could have been but never was. No longer will you be compelled to settle for anything less than what was solemnly promised to you. No longer will you measure your inherent worth by your painful wounds. The vault stands as undeniable proof that heaven has been keeping the score all along, that God has meticulously tallied every heartbreak, every lonely night spent crying out, every single moment you refuse to give up despite overwhelming odds. He is now repaying you in full measure, in overwhelming overflow, in radiant glory. This is not simply about getting back what was unjustly taken from you. This is about rising up fully into the person you have always truly been at your core. That is precisely why this vault is so fundamentally different. It does not only hold valuable resources, it holds your true identity. It holds the complete, mature version of you that God always intended to emerge, the bold one, the completely healed one, the consistently joyful one, the powerfully effective one. You are about to recognize yourself in ways you have never experienced before. You have waited for such a long, long time. You have fought countless battles that no one else ever saw. You have stood firm in faith while others around you mocked and ridiculed. You have watched others receive their breakthroughs while you remained still and waiting. But now, the divine tide has decisively turned in your favor. Your name has finally reached the lips of the angels. Your persistent faith has touched the very heart of God. And this vault, this sacred and absolutely unstoppable vault, is now responding to the direct command of heaven. The realm of the Spirit is no longer quiet or still. It is alive with intense movement and activity all for you. The King is no longer silent. The angels are no longer stationary. I have personally seen the scrolls. I have read the heavenly records concerning you, and I speak to you now with the full authority of heaven itself. Your time has finally come. Your prolonged dry season is drawing to a close. Your extended wilderness journey is ending now. Your powerful testimony is about to unfold in such a dramatic way that it will silence every single lie ever spoken over your life. This vault is your ultimate validation. This moment is your divine confirmation. This message is heaven's definitive reply to all your silent, desperate cries. Do not be surprised when people begin to look at you with different eyes. Do not be startled when they ask where this radiant light surrounding you is coming from. They will not understand the unique kind of glory that follows someone who has touched the very heart of heaven through their brokenness. They will not comprehend the immense power residing within the one who wept openly in worship, while the rest of the world simply passed them by. But you will understand fully. You will forever remember these present moments, this divine awakening, as the definitive beginning of your remarkable rise. Declare 111. If your heart is in full agreement with this miracle that is now unfolding, you are not merely being blessed, You are being strategically positioned. You are being placed exactly where your light can no longer be hidden from view. You will no longer have to beg or plead for support from others. You will no longer have to tirelessly chase after open doors of opportunity. The doors themselves will now come directly to you. The significant offers will seek you out. The right people will actively look for you. You are not being called up to a higher level due to mere chance or luck. You are being summoned because of an eternal covenant relationship, because God Himself has solemnly declared, "Now is the appointed time." This vault carries divine justice within it. Everything that was unfair, every act of betrayal, every single lie, every plot against your joy, God has personally placed it all under His divine review. And heaven's final verdict is absolutely clear. You shall rise up. You shall recover everything that was lost. You shall experience great increase. The very same people who once overlooked you will now watch as God publicly elevates you. The same systems that once rejected you will be profoundly shaken by the overwhelming favor God now pours out over your name. Child of the Most High God, this vault also holds specific instructions, divine ideas ready to be born, heavenly architecture for your future, clear blueprints for the dreams you once buried deep in your heart. You are not simply going to receive blessings, you are going to build something significant. You will create with clear purpose. You will start over again with renewed clarity. You will lead others with genuine humility. You are not arriving too late to fulfill your destiny. You are not too old to begin again. You are not too far behind to catch up. Heaven is now accelerating every one of your steps. Declare 505. If you truly believe that supernatural acceleration has already begun operating in your life, can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. I say this to you with a sense of holy urgency. Do not minimize the significance of this present moment. Do not dismiss this as mere coincidence. Heaven's hand is all over this very hour. There are miracles currently forming just behind the veil that will manifest without any further delay. You will feel them. You will see them with your own eyes. You will live within them. And when they finally happen, your only possible explanation will be this: God alone did it. You will receive phone calls that completely shift the trajectory of your life, emails that confirm exactly what you have been persistently praying about, divine encounters that feel unmistakably like appointments from heaven, because that is precisely what they are. The vault is not merely a metaphor or a figure of speech. It is an active, living, spiritual reality. Right now, in the unseen realm, angels are actively moving everything that rightfully belongs to you into the realm of physical manifestation. I have personally witnessed the motion taking place. I have heard the heavenly decree issued on your behalf. And I am not alone in this. Entire legions of angels have been specifically dispatched to surround you and to protect everything that is rightfully yours. Every single step you take from this point forward is completely covered by divine protection. You are shielded from harm. You are carried by angelic support. You are wrapped securely in the fiery embrace of divine purpose. The enemy's arrows will continue to fly, but they will not manage to touch you. The lies will continue to come, but they will not be able to stain your character. The opposition will certainly arise, but it will utterly fail to stop your progress, because you were specifically made for times such as these. You were sovereignly chosen for this very moment. You were powerfully anointed for this specific assignment. Therefore, rise up now, not with fear paralyzing you, not with doubt clouding your vision, but with a holy, vibrant expectation, because this vault is merely the very beginning. You have not yet seen the full, complete measure of what God is about to do in and through your life. You have not yet fully tasted the profound depths of His goodness, but you most certainly will. You will testify with your own lips about impossible turnarounds. You will walk confidently through places where your name was once dismissed, and you will be celebrated there. You will carry radiant light into the darkest of places. You will bring living hope into situations where despair once reigned supreme. You will become the undeniable walking evidence that God still actively performs wonders. The enemy tried his very best to convince you that you had somehow missed your moment, that you had arrived too late, that you were too flawed to be used, too broken to be restored. But the Spirit of God never, not even for a single moment, forgot your precious name. You were being divinely preserved, not harshly punished. You were being lovingly hidden for protection, not cruelly forsaken. You were being carefully prepared for your assignment, not merely delayed without purpose. Now, the vault swings wide open, and with it comes undeniable divine proof that all of God's promises are unequivocally yes and amen. You must understand this truth fully. The immense weight of what is now being released absolutely requires a heart that is deeply rooted in trust. You cannot possibly carry this vault's precious treasures while clinging to fear or pride. It was your profound humility that successfully unlocked it. It was your complete surrender that granted heaven full access to your life. Therefore, walk through this new season gently in spirit, yet boldly in faith. You do not have to be perfectly flawless. You simply have to remain in a posture of complete surrender, because the vault comes with significant responsibility attached, and God has determined that He can trust you with it. This is not solely about accumulating money. This is about receiving a mantle of spiritual authority, about gaining increased access to heavenly resources, about walking in extraordinary favor, about fulfilling your divine purpose. This is about your voice beginning to carry significant weight in the Spirit, your name carrying a lasting legacy, your life carrying a powerful testimony. The abundant riches being released are not only currency, they represent increased capacity within you. God is actively enlarging your territory and influence. He is expanding your reach far beyond what you have known. What once felt impossibly too big for you will now feel perfectly comfortable and right, because you were stretched and expanded in the refining fire. And now, you possess the capacity to contain what others would inevitably break under the weight of. Declare 17:17 to confirm your complete readiness for this season of divine expansion. Your past does not in any way disqualify you from this blessing. In fact, it has thoroughly prepared you for it. Your painful experiences trained you for this moment. Your wilderness wanderings humbled you appropriately. Your tears have baptized and purified your vision. You now see with greater clarity than ever before. You now love with deeper capacity than ever before. You now discern spiritual matters more quickly than ever before. And that is precisely why this vault is opening at this exact moment in time. It could not possibly have come any earlier, because you were not yet fully prepared to receive it. But heaven declares that you are fully prepared now, and what a magnificent vault it truly is. The treasures contained within are not temporary or fleeting. They are not shallow or superficial. They are utterly sacred. They are eternal in their nature and impact. They come complete with blueprints for new businesses, with healing strategies for broken families, with breakthroughs destined to impact entire bloodlines for generations. The vault holds far more than mere gold. It holds the very glory of God. And when His glory truly touches your life, absolutely nothing remains the same. It transforms every single aspect of your existence. You will witness sudden, unexpected shifts in your circumstances, unexpected blessings appearing out of nowhere, people returning to you with sincere apologies, opportunities you thought were gone forever, suddenly reappearing before you. And throughout all of this, God Himself will be glorified. because everyone who observes your life will be forced to acknowledge that this could only have been accomplished by God. No human strategy could ever have produced such results. No person could possibly have orchestrated events this perfectly. This is purely divine. This is completely holy. This is heaven itself breaking into your earthly reality. Declare 3:33. If you can feel the profound holiness of this moment enveloping you right now, from this moment forward, everything that is connected to you begins its ascent. Your children will sense this shift in their own lives. Your home environment will feel the difference. Your entire future will align with God's perfect plan. The prayers of your ancestors, the solemn promises made generations ago, they are all converging and coming to fruition right now. The vault is not intended for you alone. It is generational in its scope and impact. It will send ripples of blessing forward into the lives of people you have yet to meet. Your obedient response today is actively giving birth to powerful legacies tomorrow. You must fully grasp that this vault carries inheritance. That means you did not earn it through your own efforts. It was freely given to you because of who your Father is. You are a rightful heir to the kingdom. You are not desperately trying to become blessed. You were born into blessing from the very beginning. This is your divine confirmation that absolutely everything you have experienced was not in vain. It has all led you to this very place. It is all counted toward this moment. And now, heaven is responding to your faithfulness. You will begin to notice things subtly shifting around you. The oppressive heaviness will gradually lift. Your mental clarity will sharpen noticeably. The necessary resources will begin to appear. Your sense of direction will become unmistakably clear. What previously required years of effort will now be accomplished in mere days. What once demanded extensive human connections will now require only simple obedience to God. This is your designated season of supernatural ease, not because life automatically becomes easier, but because God Himself has taken over the controls. Release your grip on fear. Let go of all lingering doubt. The vault is already standing open. The blessings have already been dispatched toward you. The breakthrough is already walking steadily in your direction. You do not have to fight aggressively to obtain it. You simply have to be ready to receive it with open hands. Continue walking in divine alignment. Remain in a posture of complete surrender. Move forward only when God says it's time to move. Speak His words only when He prompts you to speak. And above all else, maintain a heart of persistent gratitude. Because a grateful heart is what keeps the heavens continuously open over your life. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am still here with you. I have not left your side for even a moment. I have vigilantly watched over your divine calling from the very first moment it was spoken over your life. I have engaged in fierce battle against demonic forces that sought to abort your glorious destiny. I have stood firmly in front of doors that were not meant for you, so that you would be prevented from walking through them into disaster. And now I rejoice together with you because you have successfully made it through every trial. And what is now approaching you will cause every single delay, every tear you shed, and every loss you endured to finally make complete sense. You are walking directly into a season where your name will be whispered with respect in rooms you have never even entered. A season where divine favor will speak far louder on your behalf than your resume ever could. A season where your very presence will carry the peace of heaven with it. Because this vault was not ultimately filled with mere material things. It was filled with undeniable evidence. Evidence of your Father's boundless goodness. Evidence of your own faithful endurance. evidence that heaven itself remembers every detail concerning you, every prayer you ever uttered in complete silence, every desperate whisper spoken through your tears, everything you dared not share with another living soul simply because you did not want to appear foolish or naive. It has all been clearly heard in the courts of heaven, and now it is all being answered in full measure. God was not ignoring you during those long seasons of waiting. He was actively building something profound behind the scenes. And when heaven undertakes a building project, it never rushes the process. It takes time to prepare thoroughly. It works to fortify every weak point. It carefully aligns every necessary element. And now, the long-awaited time of complete fulfillment has finally arrived. I have personally observed you suffering in silence while simultaneously carrying more faith than most people could ever comprehend. I have witnessed those nights when your very soul trembled with fear, yet your lips still managed to whisper, "I trust you, Lord." I was present during those moments when you felt completely invisible to everyone around you, yet you still chose to love others anyway. Those were not wasted moments in your life. They were precious moments of eternal investment, and the compounded interest from those profound sacrifices is now being paid back to you with heavenly abundance. The vault is not empty. It is overflowing beyond capacity. It is bursting at the seams with everything that has been patiently waiting for this exact hour of release. And heaven did not select a random or arbitrary time for this release. It deliberately chose now. Because your heart has been thoroughly tested, your deepest motives have been carefully refined, your capacity to love has been completely purified. You are not stepping into this blessing merely for the sake of outward appearance. You are stepping into it because you have been found faithful and trustworthy. You are ready. You are trusted implicitly. You are chosen for this very purpose. Declare 2:22. If your heart is enthusiastically saying yes to this divine release, do not think on a small or limited scale. The same God who created the vast, innumerable galaxies is the very one now pouring generously into your life. This is not the time for cautious, hesitant prayers. This is the season for bold, confident declarations of faith. You will not merely witness one isolated miracle. You will witness a multitude of them. You will not only receive simple restoration of what was lost, you will receive supernatural acceleration of your progress. God is not just giving you back what was stolen from you. He is actively making up for all the years that were stolen from your life. And that is precisely what this vault contains: redeemed time. Things that should rightly have happened long ago will now take place suddenly and without warning. What was previously delayed for years will now come to pass with remarkable speed. What was broken into pieces will now be made completely whole in an instant. You will walk into rooms and spaces where the entire atmosphere shifts noticeably simply because you have entered. Why? Because the tangible presence of the Lord is now resting upon you in a way you have never before experienced. Declare 15:15 to confirm that you are rising up on the wings of divine grace.